That was Call Me Animal by Detroit proto-punk legends MC5, released in 1970 on their first studio album back in the USA. We're listening to that today because I figured what more appropriate way to end the Beatles series than to play the style of music that would kind of take over music in a short time after. Like the Beatles are the ones that had like huge production and everything like that, and they spent immense amounts of money on their music. And MC5 are just totally stripped down proto punk, kind of like garage sounds. Kind of reminiscent of the garage bands of the '60s, but just a lot more rough and aggressive. Also, we have a Beatles song from 1970 up in competition today. Hi, my name is Bean, and you're watching Battle of the Band. We're on day 254 of the Beatles tournament, and it is the final match. We are on the last two songs of the Beatles. These are the two best songs, according to me, and I never thought, starting this tournament, that a B side from a single would have made it into the finals. That's kind of wild to me, but that's just how it hit me, I guess. If you're new here and you're wondering what the Beatles tournament is, let me fill you in on that first. We took every single Beatles song and we threw them into a single elimination style tournament. And they have been doing battles in head to head competition since February, early February. And and we're just going to determine which one is the best Beatles song ever released. Um, After today, this is it. This is all according to me, though, and my varying states of moods throughout the whole tournament. There were times I was pretty messed up when I made my decisions, and there were times that I was just super tired. I mean, it's all over the place. This is life for me. Um, which kind of makes one of these songs appropriate for a finalist, actually, when I think about it. Anyway, let's talk about the songs. First up, we'll be listening to. Oh, and just so you know, speaking of the songs, we do have to play them reversed with a bit of distortion. And that's because the copyright people down at YouTube don't like me playing the Beatles, or rather, the Beatles record label doesn't like me playing the Beatles. Um, so we play it this way. I do show a link above the song when the song's playing. You can click that, it'll take you to it played normally. Have fun. First up, we'll be listening to Don't Let Me Down. Don't Let Me Down was released in 1969 as the B side to Get Back. And I think it's a lot better than Get Back, actually. Don't Let Me Down should have been on the album. Clearly, that's what I think. I made it one of my finalists in my Beatles tournament out of 255 other songs. I guess it was 254 other songs, 255 including this one. Um, I'm not going to go over the exhaustive journey that this song has had. You can look at the tournament bracket if you'd like to. It'll be linked in the description, and why not? The URL's popping up right now, and it'll pop up later in the video too. But Don't Let Me Down surprised me. Like Billy Preston's piano playing is top notch on there. I love John's delivery of his vocal there, his falsettos that he does, and Paul doing the harmonizing with him. Even George getting down on it a little bit. It's a great late Beatles song. And the other finalist today is A Day in the Life. A Day in the Life is kind of the polar opposite of Don't Let Me Down stylistically. Don't Let Me Down is very kind of stripped down, just five people playing in a room. Um, and A Day in the Life might have been on the rooftop. And A Day in the Life is a huge production with an entire orchestra. But A Day in the Life is a fantastic piece of psychedelia. It was released in 1967 on Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and just really good. It has the giant ending to it too, like 2 whole minutes of just a big orchestral build into just like everybody hitting one note and letting it draw out for about a minute, and then just this weird sample that serves as one of the first hidden tracks in history. This is going to be a tough one, so let's get started. Here is Don't Let Me Down. Hmm, that piano. Ringo's drumming. John's voice. The guitar flourishes. All of it. So good. Um, let's not prolong this. Here's a day in the life. I guess I was wrong. It wasn't like everybody hitting a note at the last part. It was just the piano. One big sustained note. It just reverberates for so long. And then you hear somebody get out of a chair and leave. And then it goes to the weird never to see any other way. Super great song. Well, that's it. It's the last time we're going to listen to the weird Beatles on this channel. I will never play the Beatles again on this channel. That was a giant pain in the ass. Besides that, I'm going to give that one to A Day in the Life. That's the best Beatles song ever written. Just takes you on a gigantic journey. Like if it was just the first part and didn't do much beyond that, it wouldn't have been much at all. But it just it really lets loose. It has all sorts of parts to it. There's just a gigantic journey through the 5.5 minutes that you're listening to the song. Um, that's what definitely got to be one of the best like pieces of psychedelia in history, at least according to me. I just called it the best Beatles song ever made. But hey, we've got social media if you want to talk about it. We've got Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. There's also a TikTok account if you feel like these videos are a bit too long and you want to see them shortened down. Check out the TikTok. I will link these songs down in the description of the video, and the tournament bracket is also down there. But if you look down below me here, the tournament bracket has popped up again, and you can type that into any web browser and view it that way to see what the journey looked like for this whole channel so far. We have a Venmo and a Cash App, and this is not your last chance to get a No Ringo, No Life button. I haven't had a single buyer, so I'll still be shilling these every video until somebody buys one. Damn it. $10. Leave an address in the donation. Like this video if you like the video, and check out the rest of the series, why don't you? This is just the last battle in a 254 battle tournament of the Beatles songs. We only had one bye throughout the whole tournament, and it was just back to back to back, backwards and distorted Beatles every single day. So yeah, like the video if you like the video. Share with your friends and family. Uh, Subscribe if you haven't yet, and comment down below with which of these two songs you would have called the best Beatles song if it were you in the hot seat today. Or if you think a different song is the best song ever, why don't you give that song a shout out in the comments too? I mean, this is just my opinion based over a time period from February, and you might already have your best favorite song in mind. You don't need a tournament to tell you that. You know what it is. To be real, I didn't need a tournament really. It's just fun to do. That's it for the Beatles, though. I hope you all enjoyed the tournament. I hope some of you or all of you join me for some future tournaments. The musical spectrum will be covered on this channel, so it's not all just classic rock and pop. There's going to be tons of stuff on here. There's going to be stuff you like, there's going to be stuff you don't like. So just keep checking back and seeing if we're doing something you're into. Don't feel the need to watch everything unless you're just like some sort of weird music completist like me and the boys are. But yeah, thanks for hanging out and listening to Weird Beatles for so long with me. I hope you all have a great night, a fantastic afternoon, and a wonderful morning. I'll see you tomorrow for some more music tournament action, and we'll also be starting the Thrash Bash tomorrow. So, put on your helmets. Let's go. Bye.